So, you just got Smash Brothers Ultimate and you decided you wanted to go professional with Smash. Perfectly understandable. It's a great thing to aspire to, but you have a couple questions. One of them being why you need a main, and more importantly, how you're going to find it. How you're going to find that one special character that you're going to be sticking with for your whole entire Smash career. Well, the name's Captain Repeat. I'm here to tell you. Let's get on with the obvious question, the elephant in the room. Why you need the main. Okay, so it goes without saying that you improve at playing one character a lot faster than you would improve at playing 70 plus characters. This game has 70 plus characters for you to learn, but it's a lot easier if you say pick up Ike and your secondary is like Pikachu or something. It'd be a lot easier for you, like you could spend a month learning Ike and Pichu, or I mean Pikachu. You could spend a month learning Ike and Pikachu, and I guarantee that you'll know how to play Ike and Pikachu a lot more than you would know how to play Ike and Pikachu if you decided that you wanted to practice with all 70 plus characters. It's the statistic that if you spend more experience playing a couple characters instead of spending a lot of time and getting a small amount of experience with a lot of characters, you're just going to be better at those two characters. This is in itself the big reason why you need a main. It's because you get a lot of chances to learn a lot of things about a specific set of characters that you will be better at than the rest of the characters that you play. This is not saying that you can't learn how to play all 70 plus characters, because you can. It just takes time. But the big thing about having a main and a secondary is that these will be the characters that you are the most familiar with. These are the ones that you could trust to be your go-tos at any point in time. The ones that you can trust and say, I will be good with this character and there's nothing my opponent can do about it. That's why you need a main. Now let's get on with a couple other questions. So, when it comes to choosing a main, I know personally, from personal experience, that I wanted to stick with the characters that I loved. Now, being a character loyalist isn't bad in itself, but if you're being a character loyalist with a character that you are not good with at all, like let's say you decide to be a character loyalist to Olimar because you like the Pikmin series and you really wanted to play Olimar, but you just suck with Olimar, like flat out, you're no good with him, you don't know how to make his Pikmins work, you don't know just how to work him at all, well, I'm sorry, but the best way to handle this is to throw away your loyalty, pick him up at some other time, and find a new character. I'm not saying to give up on Olimar because you don't have to, but what I am saying is that if you just decide that you're not going to be good or learn how to play Olimar very quickly, that it would be better for you to find another character that just flows with you easier. Like for instance, when I started my Smash career, and I say my Smash career as non-professional but casual, I was very loyal to Link. Like, very loyal to Link. But the problem with me and Link was that I didn't know how to use Link. Like, I didn't know why I had to spam my projectiles a lot. I didn't know how to zone people out with them. The only thing I really wanted to do with Link was use Link because I liked Link, and also his down air was pretty nice. Yeah, it was pretty nice. But that's neither here nor there. I just simply wanted to play Link because I like the Zelda series and Link is freaking awesome, and if you don't like Link, then, well, I don't know what to say to you. He's a pretty cool dude. But like I said, I wasn't that good with him. Now, that's not to say that I can't learn him, because I'm much better with Link. I play young Link all the time in this game. I'd say he's like my secondary, which I guess is my third best character. But like I said, it just took me a long time to figure him out. That's why I switched to a character like Yoshi. Now, Yoshi flowed with me a lot better. I like the ability that I could go in and be very aggressive with my opponents, and that if I played intelligently, that I could basically just win my matchups. Like, if they held their shield, I could egg lay. If they If they decided they wanted to harass me in the air and they weren't thinking smart, I could press down B. Just everything about Yoshi flowed with me, and I just loved it. That's what I mean when you just gotta find a character that works with you. It means that you just have to find a character that, with your personal playstyle, how you like to play, they work in your favor. Say you want to get up in people's faces, play a brawler like Mario or Donkey Kong. If you want to play a projectile character, you can play characters like Pit, Ness, Lucas. There's many projectile characters now. You can even play the Belmont brothers if you want to. But all I'm saying is that just throw away a little loyalty. Don't completely throw it away. Don't just say, okay, I'm never going to play this character again. But maybe you should just consider that you're not going to be as good with Olimar as you would be with, like, Link if you were good at Link. That's all I'm saying, is that some characters' playstyles just won't match your personal playstyle, and that's okay. Sometimes you can't be a loyalist. Now me, I got lucky. Yoshi was my second pick. Like I said, I like Link, but Yoshi and me have had a chord for a long time. I've loved his games for a while, though the remakes of them all suck. Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Island were the only good ones. Feels bad, Yoshi. Second thing, when you're finding your main, it's going to take some time. You're not just going to automatically click with a character and be all like, okay, alright. It's going to take you some time to figure out how they work in specifically, because you know when you're practicing a new character that you're unfamiliar with, you got to just figure out how all the hitboxes work, how they work well together, how you can make them mission mash. You just need to figure out how the character works. So don't just automatically throw away a character and say that they're not your type because you lost like one match online or something like that. That's not a good way to start if you're trying to find a main, because like I said, when you're finding a main, it's just a character that you spent a lot of time playing. A lot of time, and because they obviously also click with you. But just give them a little bit of practice. If you say, okay, maybe there's another character, go ahead, try another character. It's fine. There's 70 plus of them. There's plenty of characters to try. If you're an Incineroar fan, you're an Incineroar fan. If you like Olimar, like I said, you like Olimar. If you want to play the top of the top character like Inkling and you're pretty good at playing Inkling, go ahead and play Inkling. I mean lucky you that they're top tier. Lucky you. But you just got to spend a little bit of time using the characters before you just automatically push them off as not your character. And finally, when you're looking for a main, you just got to accept that maybe you're a main with a character that you don't like at all. Like, let's say you hate Pac-Man, or let's say you hate Wario, or I don't know, Jigglypuff. Well, if you're good with Jigglypuff or Wario or Pac-Man, if you're good with any of those three characters, well, maybe if you want to actually go competitive, maybe you should think about just picking them up. Maybe you'll learn to respect the character, maybe you won't, maybe you'll just be like, okay, I'll just play them in this game and nothing else. Sometimes you gotta bite a bullet, I'm sorry, but the chances of you finding a main that you dislike, I would say, is very low. So don't just automatically choose every character that you hate and see if you're good with them first. Just take your time, find characters. And just one more thing. So when you're looking for your main, don't limit yourself to top tiers. Okay? I get it. I completely understand. There's a reason why the professional players say that top tiers are in the top tier. There's a reason why they're in the top tier. I understand that. Everybody should understand why there's a reason why professional players say that they're the best of the best. It's because they have a lot of options. They're hard to counter. They're basically almost perfect characters with very little flaws. I understand that. So that's the reason why they're top tiers. I'm not I'm not saying that you shouldn't stick with top tiers, and I'm not saying that you should stick with top tiers. What I'm saying is that if your main just happens to not be a top tier and you are losing your matches because you're not playing a top tier, or at least that's what you've convinced yourself, try thinking again. I encourage you to think again. Because just because a character is top tier does not mean that they're unbeatable. They always have their flaw, whatever it is. They always have their flaw. It's always going to be exploitable. You just have to be able to exploit it. That's all there is to it. When some character is a top tier, it just means that they have a more likely chance of winning. It does not mean that it's guaranteed victory. Alright? There is no character that is guaranteed victory. It's based off of your personal experience with the game, how good you are, and how good you are with the character. There is no, oh, just because I'm playing Bayonetta, I automatically get a win. No, that would never be the case, and Nintendo would nerf that character to the ground. The difference between a good player and a bad player is not the tier of character they play, but the experience that they have with the character and with the game in general. It should never be that you just lose because they are just better than you. Better than your character. That is not the case. Also, it's a very interesting thing to think about, but sometimes if you play professional with like a low tier, people aren't going to expect that. The thing about matchups and the thing about tier lists is that they automatically place people in a sense of state where they think that they have to work on their matchups against top tiers because that's what they're going to be dealing with. Nobody expects to deal with a low tier. That's why when you see people pull out Jigglypuff out of nowhere, the Jigglypuff is destroying them, at least for a while. It's because they're not used to the matchup against against Jigglypuff. So if your main just happens to not be a top tier, don't be discouraged. You can always still win a tournament. It's just going to take a little bit more effort. And, well, it might take a little less effort depending on who you're fighting because they just might not be used to the matchup. Like I said, you'd be surprised what you can do with a character. The only thing about top tiers is that it's just what professional players would suggest to play as they have a more likely chance of winning. And I understand that what you're saying right now is, well, Captain Repeat, if they have a more likely chance of winning, then why would I not pick them up if I want to win tournaments? And, well, sure, you can pick them up, but what if you're not good with them? Okay? Let's say you're better with a low tier than you are with a top tier. Once again, it goes back to character experience and how well you play them. If you're bad with a top tier character and you're sticking with that top tier character instead of playing maybe your low tier main and you're much better with your low tier main, then, well, there's nothing I can do for you. Because you're basically just giving up automatically because you're convinced that your low tier main isn't good enough to be played. Just give it a shot. It's always worth giving a shot. You'd be surprised what you can do if you put some effort into playing a character. Anyway, guys, this has been why you need a main and some reasons on how you can find them. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this has been a little bit of an educational video for you. Hopefully you guys will improve with the game, and I hope to see you at my next Smash tournament. I would love to fight some of you guys in Smash Brothers and see just how good you are, because I'm always looking forward to improving my game at Smash Brothers. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.